Hey guys, Legendary here, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Today, of course, the Electro Giant has just come out, and this card is definitely a very interesting card. It has about the stats of a regular giant, but it is 8 elixir, so it's definitely not going to be, in my opinion, that popular in the meta, because the higher elixir cost a card is, it's going to be more and more niche. So obviously this is going to be a beatdown style card, so it will work in a lot of classic beatdown decks that you would expect. But today I'm gonna go ahead and try out 3 different decks against OJ, who, I mean, I'm sure you guys all know who OJ is. But before I get into some matches, let's go ahead and give a quick summary of the strengths and weaknesses of the Electro Giant, so you guys have an idea on how to use him as well as how to counter him on the flip side. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So as you can see, looking at the stats, the Electro Giant is basically a weaker version of the Giant. It has basically the same stats, but it's just very slightly weaker. However, what makes it special is, of course, that stunning ability. So essentially, the Electro Giant has about a 2.5 tile radius shield, where everything inside that shield will get zapped if it attacks the Electro Giant. So for example, let's say I have an Electro Giant and a mini P.E.K.K.A down to take it out. Every single time the mini P.E.K.K.A attacks that Electro Giant, it will get a quick zap on top of him. This can get really crazy, as you can see, against a lot of bait cards. For example, when I play a skeleton army on top of the Electro Giant, it just completely obliterates that skeleton army, because every single time one of those skeletons attacks the Electro Giant, it will get zapped out of existence. However, the Electro Giant is very weak against ranged cards. Cards such as Musketeer, Sparky, all of that stuff do an insanely good job at taking out the Electro Giant, because they are able to stay outside of that zapping radius. So that's the whole gist of it. To play the Electro Giant, make sure you build him around a deck that has a lot of ways to deal with ranged cards. May that be tornadoing those cards inside the range, or with big spells such as lightning. On the flip side, if you're trying to counter the Electro Giant, then you're gonna really want to abuse those ranged units to be able to take out the Electro Giant without worrying about getting reset over and over again. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into some matches. Keep in mind that these are my first 3 matches with the Electro Giant, so I did not know any of this information beforehand. Alright guys, so this is actually going to be my very first match using this deck, using the Electro Giant. So I'm going to be trying to run it in a beatdown style deck. So we're going to see how well this goes. Now I'm not exactly quite sure exactly how the Electro Giant works. So let's see here. Unfortunately, he's going to push directly into the blind range here. So I literally have no idea on what's going on here. So it looks like he's got the Electro Giant and the E-Drag. Alright, I'm gonna have to flip the screen over here one sec. Oh my gosh, okay, that was a terrible play. Let's see here, Mini P.E.K.K.A will not get a hit, but his Electro Giant did get quite into here. So it looks like, yeah, he is switching lanes. Unfortunately, oh my, are we running the exact same deck? I feel like we are. Okay. Alright. So obviously I'm not a very good beatdown player, so he probably has the edge here on me. But yeah, obviously trying out the E-Giant in a Golem deck is probably the way to go. So we'll go with the E-Giant once again. Hopefully this defense will go a little bit better. I might just do the same thing. I don't know. Okay, so we'll do Dark Prince, and then let's see here. We'll go with the Lumberjack up high, I suppose. Let's see here. We can go Mega Minion on the E-Drag, and hopefully, oh my gosh, dude, that thing is doing so much damage on my towers. I'm not playing this very well, guys. Okay, so let's see here. I don't really know how exactly I'm supposed to push into his stuff. I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna NATO there. I'm thinking we go E-Giant at the bridge here, followed up by a Lumberjack behind, because we just have to catch him off guard here while he's low on elixir. And so let's see here. We're gonna go in with a Dark Prince and then a Mega Minion up high. He'll have a bit of a counter push here. Let's see here. So, okay, we have to go for a tower trade at this point. So I'm hoping here that, let's see, let's go in with a lumberjack. Okay, so we're gonna have to NATO everything together. Let's go in with a dark prince onto this stuff here so that we don't get 3 crowned. And okay, I'm gonna flip the screen over one more time because we are now going to be pushing in opposite lanes. So let's see here. He definitely has a big advantage with that E-drag. I took out the E-drag because I thought the Electro Giant would do most of that job for me. So ooh, okay. He's going for the 3 crown. That's not a good sign. Okay. So let's go in with a lumberjack here. Oh boy. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Mega Minion and then do this. We're gonna NATO this stuff backwards, get a lumberjack down ASAP. But unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna get absolutely destroyed. Okay, so I definitely should have added the E-Dragon there because I didn't have a big spell that kind of screwed me over. So alrighty, so next up I'm gonna be running a Sparky deck here. So I'm basically replacing the Goblin Giant here with the Sparky. So it looks like he likes this play in the right lane. So I'm gonna flip my phone over here so that the screen isn't blocked for that side. So let's see here. Okay, we're gonna go skeletons up top here. And okay, so it looks like it might be some sort of graveyard deck. So I'm actually gonna wait a little bit here. We're gonna go with a Sparky. The thing with the Sparky is I don't think the E-Giant will reset the Sparky until it gets a hit. So yeah, you can see there, it's outside of the range. Okay, well now it's gonna walk in the range. But okay, we actually take that out pretty easily. Let's go in with some minions on top of there. Okay, he's got a cannon cart as well. Oh, bad minions on my end as well. I should have just waited for the Mega Minion to lock onto the Sparky first. But yeah, okay, so it looks like he will be running a graveyard deck. That's what it most likely is. It's gonna be a little bit expensive. But let's just go in with a Goblin Giant in the back, or Electro Giant, because I think his is out of cycle. So yeah, he doesn't have a way to rush opposite lane. So let's see here. Okay, so we're just going to, can the Firecracker snipe? I don't actually play the Firecracker very often, so, well, I guess it doesn't. Alright, so we're gonna go skeletons here to protect that thing. Did not work. Let's see here. Okay, so as you can see, like, range units actually do really well. Now he has a massive counter push here. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna let the, oh, bad minions again. Okay, so we're just gonna snowball that. I don't know why he didn't graveyard, or he just doesn't have a graveyard and he's just running it in a beatdown deck. So let's see here. So Sparky obviously does a really great job against Goblin Giant, pretty much any ranged unit. So yeah, looks like we're gonna be good on that end. We're gonna have a bit of a counter push here. So let's go into the Firecracker in the back. And then Electro Giant. Let's do minions in the center. We're gonna rage all this stuff up as well. Okay, so what we're gonna do, oh, I did not mean a mini P.E.K.K.A there, but the Sparky gets a hit onto the tower. Okay. And does he have anything for the mini P.E.K.K.A? Oh, mini P.E.K.K.A. Ooh, takes down the tower. Okay, 20 seconds left, guys. So okay, we're gonna Sparky there. Let's go ahead and pull everything backwards for us. Then we're just gonna snowball all this stuff away. Sparky finishes off the Electro Giant, and as you can see, I mean, the Electro Giant's such a different card from any of the other cards that you might use. So yeah, definitely really interesting. And let's go ahead and hop into another match. Alrighty, next up we're gonna try and see this deck in a bit of an interesting deck. It's kind of the Royal Giant Mega Knight deck, but let's see here. Okay, so not the greatest hand in the world. Let's go in with some skeletons here, and that'll actually, oh my god, the Electro Giant just absolutely obliterated that skeleton army. Oh, did you see that? Like, okay, so basically the Electro Giant has like infinite hit speed. Like that's crazy. Okay. So Skeleton Army, not going to be a very good counter for the Electro Giant, but okay, so he's got Electro Giant, Baby Dragon. Okay, interesting. So let's see here. So yeah, we got goblins in the back. He'll probably Electro Giant at the bridge, unless he doesn't have elixir for it. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is Skeleton Barrel to drag the Mega Minion backwards. And okay, so he might just Electro Giant there. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh, that's actually crazy. Okay, so let's start Goblin and then Princess here. We need to start damaging that down. And then let's go in with a Goblin Gang. And you can see the Goblin Gang is probably just going to get completely obliterated like that. Let's go in here with a Goblin Barrel. Okay, and there we go. He's going to zap that out. Let's go in with a Skeleton Barrel as well. We're just going to keep the pressure up, and we're going to save up for a big push, I think, once we head towards double elixir time, because the Electro Giant is expensive. So we're going to have to make sure that we have elixir to actually push in, because I kind of want to see how the Electro Giant does. We see how well it works against, like, bait. But let's see here. So let's just Skarmy there. And, okay. So now I'm thinking E-Giant in the back here. Oh no, okay. Well, okay. Okay, so let's Goblin Gang here. Ooh. Yeah, the goblins are just gonna get completely destroyed here. You can see how effective... The Electro Giant is so effective against bait. It's actually crazy. So let's see here. Let's go in. With a Goblin Barrel, we gotta secure one tower, and then we can begin building up our push here in the opposite lane. So Electro Giant in the back. I'm gonna turn my phone upside down so that I can see what's going on. Let's see here. Let's go into the Princess here to begin sniping away at that stuff here. Let's go into the Dark Goblin as well. Goblin Barrel up high. Let's see here. Skeleton Army, we can see the Electro Giant just completely obliterate that. Let's go in with some goblins as well, followed up by a Skeleton Barrel like so. It's gonna bypass the Inferno Tower thing. He's gonna have to poison there. So let's see here. That actually works out pretty decently. So his poison's out of cycle, so we're gonna begin building up an E-Giant, Royal Giant push here. So let's see here. So we're gonna go with a Royal Giant behind. Let's see here. Princess up high to begin sniping at stuff here. Let's see your Skeleton Army. Let's go in with a Skeleton Barrel as well. Let's see here. Goblin Barrel up high. And then let's see, Skarmy here, yeah, you can see the Electro Giant just completely obliterates everything. So Dark Goblin outside of the range will be very effective. We're gonna have to Skarmy here. It's gonna get completely destroyed. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh, okay, so we're gonna Goblin Barrel here, and then Skeleton Barrel in the center. Ooh, well played. Okay, so we're gonna deal a lot of damage here. A lot of damage. Let's go with the Royal Giant in the center here. Does he have elixir for Inferno Tower? He does. So let's go in with an E-Giant here. Followed up by a Dark Goblin. Let's go in with another Princess. Skeleton Barrel here to continue distracting. I'm gonna go in with a Skeleton Army here once again. It'll get completely destroyed, but I kind of have to at this point. Let's go ahead and push in with our Electro Giant. Troops are distracted, and it looks like that will be a GG. Well played. So yeah, there we go. The Electro Giant's so interesting. I mean, it just does so well against swarms that it's honestly going to be a really interesting card to play. I'm definitely not used to playing the Electro Giant, so this gameplay was probably a little bit subpar, but I'm sure once you guys begin to figure out his mechanics and how he actually works, you'll be able to counter him a lot more effectively as time goes on. Now again, huge thanks to OJ for helping me out with some of this gameplay, but unfortunately guys, that's all I've got time for in today's episode. Huge thanks to all of my channel members. You guys are the absolute G's. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below, as well as a subscription to my channel. And as always, this is Legendaray, and I'm signing off. See you guys next time.